Hi, my name is Jonathan, and thank you for watching the OAM Performing Upgrade section for SD-WAN. So in that last section, this is the last section of the course, by the way. In this lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how upgrades are performed throughout the network, from the controllers to all of the elements themselves. It's infrequent, but it's going to be highly important to do. Okay? And when we're done here, you'll know how to do that. So we're going to generally recommend that you use the same software version on all components of the SD-WAN network. So if you download the latest version of code, download it for the vSmarts, vEdges, vBonds, and vManage as well. The controller should always be on a software version that is later than or equal to the network devices. This ensures that potential changes in the behavior of the device are understood by the controller. Generally, though, what's going to happen is if you try to upgrade a vEdge device higher than the vManage, it's going to fail anyway. So I wouldn't worry about getting yourself into that situation. vManage should always be on the latest version among all the devices. And vBond and vSmart should be on the version that is later than or equal to the network devices. What recommendation would be to upgrade vManage first, then vBond and vSmart, then the vEdges. You can upgrade a standalone vManage directly, but vManage cluster is going to be upgraded by the Viptela TAC, VTAC, or just TAC now. We also recommend that you perform all software upgrades through the vManage GUI, not on the systems themselves. Basically what's going to happen is you're going to upload software to a repository and then you're going to push it to the devices. The release naming of the SD-WAN images in the past used to the release year as a principal software version, such as 18.x, and then software released in 2018. The X.2 release is generally the long-term support release with a minimum bug fix period of 18 months. The current release version of this is 18.4.1, released March 11, 2019. So the starting point for all of this is going to be the software repository in vManage. This is available under maintenance software upgrades. So you're going to go to the little box thing, toolbox, and then software upgrades. Once you're in there, when you first install vManage, this is going to be completely empty. We don't come with any upgrade software built into the repository. You're going to download that software for any component to the SD-WAN solution from Cisco's website. Remember, Viptela software has now been moved to the regular Cisco software sites. So it used to be on the Viptela.com. That has now been moved and migrated. Just search for SD-WAN, SD-WAN in the software section on Cisco's website, and it'll take you directly to the place. Okay, so then basically we download that software and then we're going to upload it to the repository. To upload the software from maintenance, go to Software Upgrades and click Add New Software. There's a big button. And then a pop-up window, as shown in the slide, is going to be displayed. So you can select image files for controllers and vEdges. Then just click Upload in the bottom right of the window to start the upload. And the files will copy to the repository. Okay. Once it's uploaded, you'll actually see the files uploaded to the version with its version number and what type of software they are. Next step is to distribute the software to the respective devices. Remember, you're going to want to upgrade vManage first, then the vSmart, vBond, then the vEdges. So click Device List to view a list of the devices of type vEdge, controller, or vManage, selected in the top row here. The device list is going to show for each device the current software version and the default version for this platform. Because no software has been uploaded yet, nothing is shown under available versions. In this view, you can change the default version for a device or upgrade a device. If you not click the Activate and Reboot button, so the software is distributed only at this point, copy of the device. You can perform activation separately by clicking the Activate button at the top. Okay? So what they're looking at here, and I know this is kind of grayed out, right? So here's the current version, available version because we haven't actually done it, and there's a default version that we set globally for that type of device. So if it first detects and connects to the network, we'll actually push that version to it. Okay? And here's that Activate and Reboot. So if you do an upgrade without this checked here, what we do is we push the software out, and then later in the day, let's say you can actually activate and reboot the device inside a maintenance window. All right? Some of the images are kind of big, so be patient. It's going to take a little bit to get the files over there. Once you do that, you're going to get a task view, and you can always find that task view up. Well, there used to be a little clipboard up here Click on that if you're not there, if you've navigated away from it. And clicking next to the task expands. So you'll see a little arrow pointed this way. Click it and it'll point that way, and then this will all expand. Right? And we can observe that process step by step and check the overall process. After an image is uploaded, it is displayed in the device list under available versions. Remember, this was blank before, and now it's got a version number in it. This means that now we can activate the upgrade. Click to activate at the top. This little button here. And note that the process until now did not affect the service. However, to deactivate the new version, the device must be rebooted and it's unavailable during this process. Therefore, we're going to want to perform that activation during a maintenance window. If, after the activation, the device cannot reestablish its control connection, the VM Edge automatically rolls back to the previous software version. Okay? Which is one of the cool things here. You can't lock yourself out of this. If it loses its connection, it's going to go back to its last known good configuration. So just so you're aware, new software is going to be installed in a new partition. So the new software is activated, the device changes partition. The old partition is unaffected. So if everything goes wrong, it just reboots back to the old partition. All right? And during the activation, you can see the reboot to the new partition. If devices at the same site were updated at the same time, the site would lose connectivity. So we can actually schedule the SD-WAN devices to be one after another, right? So I can set this one to go and then tell this one that it should wait for the other one. Basically, vEdge 11 is being updated currently, whereas the update for vEdge 12, which is also at Site 1, is scheduled. After the first site is updated and has resumed service, the second device is updated. This happens automatically if you upgrade both of those devices at a site at the same time. Okay? This is why the site ID is so important, because we look at the site ID and say, hey, we've got two here, you want to upgrade both, let's upgrade one, make sure it's up and running before we touch and affect services at the other one. So in summary, all the upgrade operations of the SD-WAN network are going to be centralized on vManage. You can push the software to devices and install the upgrade. The cool thing is that we can push that software to the systems, because that can take some time, and then schedule the upgrade for a later period of time during a maintenance window. Okay? And that's the end of software upgrades. It's also the end of that operation, administration, and maintenance. Basically, we can perform all monitoring and troubleshooting commands on a Cisco SD-WAN network from the vManage GUI. We have all the required operational commands are available from that system. And remember, software upgrades are automated and are monitored centrally. That also concludes this section of OAM, and that includes the course, the SD-WAN course. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more course content.